Okay, it looks like we're live. I'm gonna fix this up. I have like something sticky on my hands and I just washed my hands. Apparently it's wine. So I moved a wine bottle and it's wine. Oh! Okay, Jillian is here. Let me try to do this, Jillian. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna try to invite you. Jillian, how do I do this? Okay. Accept. Pretty sure. Okay, I gotta look up my... Oh,
Can see, oh, I'm upside down.
you are upside down.
What?
Is it working that way? Is it me?
Uh-oh. All right. Does that work?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, now you're right side up.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Perfect. Okay, let me,
Okay.
I forgot to print out my questions, so I gotta put them on my computer. Hang on one second, while I do
No
this. Where,
worries.
what is
All
your,
good.
while I do this, what is your temperature right now at where you live?
80 and beautiful.
Okay, I feel like mine was like 80 also, but the thing is, usually the humidity in the Midwest, I'm sweating. But today was nice. It was like 80 and nice. Wow. Who is she?
Good. Good.
Okay, hang on
I,
one.
I grew up in Chicago,
Oh
so I
yeah, I
know
forgot
how humid
you.
it can be.
Yes. Okay, so you know where I
Yeah.
am, literally.
Yes. 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 Literally.
Okay,
Yes.
where
But
do you
I,
where
I
do you
really like it there in the summer.
Okay, this is my hot take. No pun intended. I love the summer because it's my birthday month. July 25th is my birthday. I'm like, woo, summer. But I love a good Midwest fall. That's my thing.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great there for fall too. It's more in California. Fall isn't here until maybe like November, December.
Okay,
So it
but
gets really hot
what
in
about
the
Halloween? Are you trick or treating and it's like 90 degrees?
not 90, but it might be in the day. But at night, it will probably be like 65, 70. So kids can really wear their costumes.
That's
So
true. Yeah.
you don't have to wear a coat over them.
And you know that we've had snow on Halloween here, so
Yes,
they're
I
California's
know.
lucky. Okay,
Yes, unbeatable. I don't have to admit.
I'm going to make sure my camera's okay. Here we go. I'm like sweating in my own like bedroom. So by the way, when I look this way, I am not ignoring you. Look at the questions. I've written them down. We'll just have a regular chat. Nothing exciting. I'm just excited you're here. For your
Me
debut book.
too.
So I'm gonna say welcome like many times. So welcome.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
Okay, Jillian, let's just get into the nitty gritty. When I say that, I'm being dramatic. Because like I would not start off the nitty gritty of a podcast episode, but I'm going to read your about me section on your website, and then there's a reason why. So,
Okay. Uh-oh, you froze.
am I back? Good.
You're back. You're back. We're back. Okay.
Okay. Anyways, I'll read your about me. Okay, it says. You're a mom of three girls and you find joy in baking, reading, Pilates, and winding down with a cup of tea and honey. You write at home or in your car while your daughters are at dance, and you find inspiration in the quiet in between moments of everyday life, every life too, yeah. Which is very well written. I love that. But my question, I have to ask this right away, our warm up question, as someone who loves to cook and not bake, because I always say my cookies melt in the oven, um, and the people are like, "No, that's just you." Like, thanks. What are you baking? Are you baking breads? Are we baking cookies? Are we doing focaccia bread? What is your favorite?
I make muffins a lot for my kids. They like Pop Tarts. So I'm kind of crazy about what they eat. So if they see something, they're like, Mom, have you ever heard of this? You know, like some donuts. They didn't know that I didn't know what this was. So I made them donuts, stuff like that I'll make. And one of my girls does better like gluten free. So I do everything that I can like that. But yeah, it kind of zones me out doing it. So yeah, that's what I'm baking.
There's a ton of people who are like will like do baking videos or like cooking videos and they have their audiobooks on and like I'm like when I am baking, especially baking, I have to like no one talk. I have to know this ingredient, and then I get like I said, and then my cookies melt in the oven. What am I doing wrong? Too much butter. Probably too much butter.
Yeah, there's definitely a science behind it. I have to measure everything out. Muffins that I've done like 50 times and they'll be like completely like sunken down. I'm like, what happened? Obviously, I probably put, you know, not enough baking soda or something that you know, it's
Yep.
just one of those things.
And I feel bad for it's kind of off topic, but for Christmas sometimes like the holiday season, I'm like I'm gonna bake just assortment of things for my friends, and they never tell me no, but I shouldn't because it's like burnt chocolate on like a pretzel stick. Like guys, you gotta tell me to stop. Like I'm having fun, but I'm not doing well. Like
You're experimenting.
exactly.
Some
I'm like
people like burnt stuff. I like burnt marshmallow, so
that actually makes me feel better. Actually, most of my chocolate, I'm like, how did I do a double boiler? Like, it got burnt. I don't know, but they ate it, or they told me they ate it at least.
some people like that.
Hopefully. So, okay, so your debut book, which we'll get into later, it'll be a whole thing. Don't worry about it. Um, I'm gonna ask the cliche question. So, how did you start writing? And like, after you asked that question, was the big question. Where were you always someone who wanted to write a book?
Yeah, I mean, I think I said I would always wanted to do that and I possibly could and have the dedication and when I was just like sitting in my car when my girls were at dance, um, like 2 hours, and I just kind of started. I sent it to my sister, and she kind of was like, "You should do this." So every, you know, I met 3 or 4 nights a week, and I would just start adding to the story, and then before I knew it, it just didn't stop. So I think I knew that I wanted to do this, but I didn't think I actually would. To answer the question.
Wait, how many years ago was this? Was this recently? Was this 2020?
No, it was probably like last year. Maybe, yeah. I really, crazy where my story really took off. I had this crazy stomach. It wasn't like a stomach bug. It was like stomach like locked in home for 4 days and I can't not be busy. And that I cruised on my story and knocked it out. And I think for a lot of writers, time to just like focus is a lot better and a lot smoother. Where if you're kind of doing it over years and time, I don't know, for me, like the stuff would get changed. And sometimes I feel like I just have to start over if I take too long. So, yeah.
100% agree. Are you okay? I'm trying to think. Oh, hang on a second. You are going in and out. Hang on a second.
I know.
Okay, now you're better. You're good.
Okay.
Okay, let me re-ask my question. I was trying to think. Oh, I'm reading the arc right now, and no spoilers, but this is probably gonna boost your ego. You write in a good way. You write really well. Like, had you had classes? Were you like in an English person back then? Because I don't know how you do it, but you're going for it. You're doing really well.
uh, I'm also embarrassed because you have my first copy and I've gone through, and if I showed you mine, you would see how many read it in the last few days, and I found so much that I'm like, oh my god. But in journalism, I did nothing with it, but I probably got some sort of tips, I think, from it. So yeah, that's kind of my background.
Because I think that a lot of people who love books sometimes have difficulty writing them on paper. They have great ideas, but you're for some reason, girl, you're killing it. Like the writing, I was like, this is not a debut. Like
Oh,
you're surpassing what I was not expecting, but what I ever thought. Good job.
oh, thanks. That's so nice. What a nice compliment. Thank you.
Okay, so let's get into the whole debut part. So you're a first time author, like I said. You first time indie author, self publishing. Are you self publishing, or you do you have someone on the side?
No, I am self-publishing, but I have like a PR team, and I couldn't do it without them because I didn't even know what the word KDP meant until all this. So good
It's
thing.
the PR team. Like I'm not even a part of like any kind of PR team, but what they do is for superheroes. Like they literally so much respect. The marketing, like the emails they send out all the time. I'm like, I need them to get an award for being so great to indie authors and authors in general.
Yeah, I mean, they are what, I mean, for sure. 'Cause I just know how to write. I don't know anything past
Yeah.
that. So, I mean, I didn't even have an Instagram account until my editor was like, you gotta get Instagram. And I was like, I have Facebook. She's like, no, you gotta have it all.
Mm-hmm.
Post on TikTok. My sister's helping me because she's seeing how much I'm drowning on it. She's like, you do not know what you're doing.
But respectfully, you don't know what you're doing. But that's just kidding. Oh no. Oh, you're. Oh, hang on.
And again,
I know. I see it. I see. You're something. Wait. Oh, hello.
hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. No.
Okay, I got
Oh, oh my goodness. Okay.
on.
Um, I was just gonna say real quick, the TikTok thing. I don't even go on TikTok a ton, but like I need to do it for the marketing aspect for my podcast. It is. I I have such trouble with it. Like not because of like it's hard, but because I have. It's just. Is it my age? I don't know. I'm 32 years old. Like, how do I start TikTok?
Oh, I'm definitely too old. I'm almost 40, so I
So you yeah,
definitely don't
you feel a little bit. I'm like
on it.
TikTok maybe. I don't know. Oh
I
my god.
know. I'm hoping my readers are on Instagram for
Exactly. Okay, so
um
with your first time publishing everything,
oh
everything
no. Here we go.
better.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so weird. Hopefully, okay. Um, I was just gonna say that with your publishing for the first time, there's always ups and down curves. Like that's for everything. What is something that surprised you during your like we're doing pre-publishing right now, so but during your publishing journey, it could be something fun, something interesting. What surprised you about the first time writing a book?
Again.
Oh, hello, anybody?
Yeah, there we go. Okay. You might have to repeat the question.
Okay, it's totally fine. If it doesn't out, okay, no, well, I'll keep going and see what happens. Okay, but
Okay.
what I was saying before was everything has like a learning curve, up and down kind of thing. Was anything surprising to you, like good or bad, something fun, something harder than you expected, for the first time for your publishing journey? Like, what happened when you wrote a book for the first time and you said, "Oh, I didn't expect this," anything like that?
Um, I mean, I definitely for the publishing stuff, I didn't know who you needed, how you needed it, how you get your book out there. And really started with the first person, my editor. You need like X, Y, and Z to keep like going, and how many editors. I mean, you probably need an editor for line develop and I sure mile because I'm so picky that I had even a fourth editor. Just get nervous that I'm a perfectionist. Um, Marketing, I didn't really know how it all worked. I didn't even know the difference between indie, traditional, and I just heard like self-publishing, everything goes faster. it felt like this took a really long time. So I just thought I'd write the book and then it would be out, in like 2 months, but it's definitely not the case. So,
I
yeah.
100%. So I mean, I don't publish fiction or anything like that, but when I see other author journeys, it's the traditional publishing is a lot longer if you get picked up, but they help you with like certain marketing and stuff. It takes years sometimes. But the indie publishing, a lot harder. Obviously a little more rewarding because you're working all of the things you need to do, but it gets out faster.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, like
Yeah.
to pick through those two, I couldn't. I wouldn't know what to do.
Right. I think I like the idea if you want to write more than, a couple books, then if you got to go self-publishing. Otherwise, you're waiting one a year.
Mm.
And if I was like, no way. The writing is the joy part for me. So,
Well,
so we'll see, though. This is only the first one.
I was about to say, I was like, even if it's like a series too, and then you waited and then didn't get picked up, you're like, I could have self-published this, but that's a whole other thing.
Right, right.
Okay, let's do the big reveal of the book name, which everyone knows it, but it's The Wrong Kind of Perfect, and it is out next month, August, September, yes, September 16th.
Yeah.
So we are here to hype it up, obviously. I'm going to do the whole quick byline real quick from Amazon. Let me just, I feel like I should like sound more professional. Okay, here we go. The Wrong Kind of Perfect is a moving and emotionally charged romance about rediscovery, desire, and the messy beauty of imperfect lives and second chances. End quote. I love that. That was really, again, well written. Okay, so I'm going to ask the cliche question that you're probably going to get all the time, and I'm doing it too. How did you come up with the plot of the story? Like, sometimes I was asked, do the characters come first or does the story come first? How did this brew in your mind?
I actually was asking my husband one day, I was just telling him, I was saying how the way like schools are here, like I'm from the Midwest and Orange County, and just kind of viewing my surroundings kind of gave me the idea. I'm like, wouldn't that be wild if I wrote a book like kind of like Gossip Girl style? I don't know that it turned out that way, but that was kind of my image in my head at first. And the plot I used because it's beautiful here, like our surroundings, and using just the, like I said, just observing around me, and you kind of just get a feel. And then the characters just kind of took off on their own. Like I kind of knew how I wanted Natalie and Will to be, but like Meredith, I feel like took her own personality, and actually Evan was the best friend, or was the brother at first, and now he's the best friend in the book. So that there's things like that that changed. There's things that changed about like how many kids they had. My friend, the girl, I was going to make her have 4 kids, and she was like, there's no way that someone would take on like 8 kids. I'm like, you're right. Things like that I changed. Yeah, and then it kind of just takes a life on its own. Sometimes you're so lost in it when you're writing, and for writers, for me anyways, if you just can keep going, it flows so well.
I like the 8
fully
kids.
Answered your question.
That's okay. No, I like the 8 kids comment.
Yeah, she's like, who? Yeah, she's like, who husband? She's like, if you have that many kids.
Well, even in the book, no spoilers for anybody. Even in the book, that's kind of thought of like, that's enough kids already. But then if you had 4, I can't even imagine.
Right, it's too many to have that many. Yeah.
I have to ask too, because you have this is a question that I thought of right now. So like your characters' names, like Will, Camille, got that. You know, names that are like California names, which is where you live. Did you have to think of the names so you didn't like specifically so you didn't like name them after people you knew? Like because I feel like you
Yeah,
would
you definitely have to think of that. Think of people that you're not, yeah, it doesn't get too close.
correct.
Actually, the friend was actually Natasha at first, not Camille, but
Okay.
it's too close to Natalie. So my editor was like, I think that hard. There
Yeah.
is a character who is inspired by someone, and she also was like, "This is Natasha's not a French name." She's like, by the way, so she kind of helped me change that too. But yes, you definitely have to think about like you don't want this like getting back to somebody and then thinking like, "Oh my gosh, this is me."
Well, especially like if it's like
So
a romance book, I don't want like Zach or some I made that up. Someone named Zach thinking like I wrote a romance book about him from high school. Like
right, I know. I did think about that. I was like, do I know anyone named Will? I think I'm sure I do, but it did not come to my mind. He
good.
came into my mind as more like a Prince Charming.
Perfect.
So
That's name.
yeah,
Yeah. So tropes sometimes are a hot topic. Like there's like some, micro tropes, there's bigger tropes. Some people don't even like read the tropes, so they kind of go in blind. But I do want to say to everyone before they read some of your tropes. We've got slow burn, forbidden romance, second chance of love, second chance at love. There we go. Hot divorced dad, which is the best trope, maybe. And I'm not even divorced. So when you started writing, did you I know you said you wanted to do like you kind of like did your surroundings and that kind of thing for the plot, but did you have to plan out where the story went with like the tropes and stuff? Were you like, okay, this is going to be a slow burn book and this is or did it just come while you were writing?
yeah. A lot of it came while I was writing, and I didn't know how fast I wanted, like not spoil anything, things to happen, but I had to make it realistic,
Right.
and I really immersed myself into thinking, I guess, how, yeah, yeah, you really have
I
to think how things go.
I agree because I think that sometimes when there's like an instant like love kind of thing, you're like that's not like I know you're not trying to be realistic half the time, but like that's not realistic. And I want something where they're like mutually kind of like pining a little bit, and they're like there's something there. I like that because that's a human nature thing. It's not like you're gonna be like I love you in the second page, and I that's what's good about your book. It kind of like grow with the characters, and then like they're pining. Trying to spoil it.
I mean, I think that's how all romance books, they're either in love right away, or they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
fall in love, or yeah. One thing I think what author wrote the tip is to have them meet in the first chapter. Your characters that you're having fall in love, whether they're going to be in love or not. And actually do that, and I was like, gosh, do I need to go back and change that? It's kind of a good tip. You want to a romance reader. You want, that's what you're here for when you're reading the book.
I never again, I don't write romance, but I'm like, wow, that kind of shook me. Like I didn't, yeah, that's a smart tip.
Right? It's a good, yeah. I read it, I mean, yeah, I read it after I've already. So I was like, oh, at least they do meet. They do meet right away.
Correct, exactly.
So,
And also with romance, we're always kind of there's a whole thing now where there's like a should romance be always happily ever after? I love a good happily ever after, but when I think when you pick up romance, you know something is gonna end nicely. So I have not finished the arc yet. I'm like 64% in. I'm hoping it ends nicely, but we'll see.
yeah, that is a big in the romance department, so I won't
Yeah.
spoil anything. There is a sequel, so the story is not over. One book. And the sequel should be coming out hopefully November. It'll be the new year, so
Um,
winter.
are you saying Again, fast play. Are you saying there's gonna be a cliffhanger at the end of this, or are we doing like an interconnected standalone stuff?
It's it's just a story. I'll give you that
Okay.
anything, but it doesn't. The story does not end. So there's more to come.
Okay. Now I'm
Yeah.
like sweating in my own bedroom. Okay. I'm excited about that. Okay. What else are you planning in your future, Jillian? That that sounds so ominous. Like, what is next? No, for the writing. So you're going to do hopefully a book release in November. We'll see what happens. Second book. Are you
Yeah.
writing anything else? Are you going signings? Are you doing book stuff? What's happening for you?
Yeah, so I do have a third book too. So just depending on when the second one comes out, the third book will the third book has nothing to do with this. It's a standalone. I'm trying something different, but also a romance book. And yeah, I mean, I am so hoping to get into bookstores and do book signs and stuff. I don't even books, and so I'm hoping like when I go in, it looks a little more legit than just saying that I'm an indie author. But yeah, that's the plan, is to hopefully do all that and just get around. Though I did get offered one in my hometown, but I don't know when I'm going home. So
Uh,
they have the cutest ever. It's called Townhouse Book out in St. Charles. Restaurant, like cafe. It's the best food and the cutest bookstore. So
let's pause there. Townhouse Books. I've been there, and they have like the best salad ever. Like at the little restaurant cafe. I forget what I ate, but I was like, give me 6 of these. I love Townhouse.
Isn't it the best? I know. So I told them probably like I will do my third book is more about Chicago area, so I feel like it would be a better fit to do something.
Um,
So you'll definitely have to come.
I was like, I will be there. It's 20 minutes
Oh,
from.
good.
Yeah. I was like,
And then you
I
can
feel
get
like
that salad.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. To this book signing. Food is remarkable.
Hang on. You're.
Oh, wait, it's the end. There we go.
There we go. We're good.
We're
Hello?
good.
Okay. Oh, I heard. Okay. So Townhouse Books. I'll see you there. Real quick. I have to ask. The wrong
Okay.
kind of perfect. You said there's going to be.
You froze.
Hello. Hello.
Okay.
Okay. Before we go, I'm just going to ask. The wrong kind of perfect. You said there might be 2 books. Well, there will be 2 books. Are we cutting it off at
There
2
will
books?
be. I mean, I've had some people that have read it, like Meredith. So maybe like a spin-off with Meredith.
Okay.
I think more popular opinion comes through. So
Okay. I'm excited. We got this. Jillian, you
we
are
got
joy. Even though we kept cutting in and out, I think it's my Wi-Fi. I don't know whose Wi-Fi. I'm gonna blame myself. It's always my fault somewhere. But
it
thank you
could
for
be
coming
mine.
on Megan's Bookish Life podcast, IG Live.
Thank you. This was so fun.
And then I'm going to have this
Yeah,
episode on IG Live up on my YouTube in a couple days. I gotta do some like editing and stuff. Well, not us, but like cut it into like a square shape or something. And then and then I'll put it on the YouTube. And The Wrong Kind of Perfect comes out September 19th. Or 16th. Wait, what is it?
16th.
16th.
16th, but
16th.
close enough.
16th. Well, I'll post it then anyways too. The marketing. Okay. Have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful day. I will talk to you soon, and I'll finish that arc, and I'll let you know.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day, okay?
Okay. You too. Bye,
Bye.
Megan.